Hi, I'm Lynette and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you swatches and a tutorial on this look right here using the new Blitz Astral Eyeshadow Quad Nocturnal Nirvana from Pat McGrath. As you know, Pat McGrath just recently launched her holiday collection. Prior to dropping the whole collection, she did release 2 quads, but now there are 3 included in the whole collection. So I did buy the Nocturnal Nirvana quad. She has another one, Iconic Illumination, which is more of what I would consider a neutral quad. And now she has included exclusively, I believe, on her website, a pink quad, a Ritualistic Rose, which of course I've purchased. So I thought I would do swatches and show you a tutorial using this quad, the Nocturnal Nirvana, which is absolutely gorgeous. Now these quads retail for $65, which is a steep price for 4 eyeshadows, but it is Pat McGrath and it is luxury makeup. The palette comes in its own box, not unlike the box that the Mothership full-size palettes come in. And you undo the box and the palette is inside, and you do get the little card in it that has the names of the shades, just like you do with the full-size Mothership palettes. I do want to note that for the card for Nocturnal Nirvana, those 2 shades on the bottom are in the wrong place. They should be switched. The card is incorrect, which is pretty like wow that got past Pat and the staff. And then the palette itself comes in the same packaging as the full-size Mothership quads. You're getting the same plastic lacquered packaging with the gold plate on the back. Unlike her 6-pan mini palettes, these quads do include those special shades. The last 4 shades, the last 2 shades of each row in the large Mothership palettes are included in these quads. So again, for the price, you are getting the formula that is not in any other palette being made by any other brand on the market right now. And these shadows are made in Italy, whereas a lot of people now are making their shadows in China, and they're made with quality ingredients, the same formula that we expect from Pat McGrath. Now these 2 shades here, Incandescent Gold 3 and Blitz Purple, these are more like a metallic shade. To me, when they're swatched, they swatch and look like metallic shades. The purple one is the driest one to touch, in my opinion, in this palette, but it swatches very smoothly. They all swatched really smoothly. And then these 2 shades here, Blitz Aquamarine and VR Emerald, these are the 2 special very special shades. They are the really glittery shades. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. All of these shades, these special shades in the full-size palettes are stunning. Not even video to me really does them justice. Like in person, they are absolutely gorgeous. If you would like to see how I created this look today using the Blitz Astral Nocturnal Nirvana quad from Pat McGrath, then keep on watching. Starting off this look with the LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in the shade Fawn, and I am blending that out with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. This is going to help create a blank canvas for me to work on. Going into the palette, this is the Pat McGrath Mothership 1 Subliminal palette, and this is Ultimate Taupe, and I'm using a Sigma, that's probably like an E38 brush or something, to blend that into the crease. I went into the palette several times to build up that color. Now I'm going into the quad, the Nocturnal Nirvana quad, and I'm taking Blitz Purple and I'm going to put that into the crease and the outer V area, and I'm just going to build this shade up. I went back into the palette multiple times to build up the shade. There was absolutely no kick up in the pan whatsoever when I put my brush in it, and I had no fallout on my face. And it is a shimmer shade. I have no issues putting shimmer shades in my crease anyway. This is a Sonia G brush. I believe it's the Blender Pro brush that I'm using to just build up this color. Pat McGrath has really great pigmentation in her shadows, but I just wanted to build up because this is a dark shade and I didn't want to get too crazy with it. Now I'm using the NYX Glitter Primer to put that all over the mobile eyelid. I'm also going to add some into the crease there. I like to use these special shades with glitter glue because they're so glittery. And now I'm going into the palette. I'm taking Blitz Aquamarine and I'm going to put that all over my lid. And I like using the glitter glue because I just feel like I get this shadow to really just be more true to self. You can wet this shadow and it looks like liquid metal, which is beautiful also, but I feel like to really stay true to the natural gorgeousness of this shade, it's best to use it dry. I prefer to use it dry, and the glitter glue just kind of helps all that glittery goodness stay on the lid, as well as helps minimize the fallout onto the face. So this is a Sephora brush. This is one of their new brushes that I think it's only like $8, and I'm using that to pack this eyeshadow all over the lid. I think I did put way too much of the glue on my other eye, and that caused some creasing. But as you can see, I'm able to manipulate this shadow with the brush by dragging it as opposed to patting it. I like to pat it all over because you get the most from it by patting it, but you're still able to manipulate it with swiping motions as well. And now back into the palette, I'm taking VR Emerald and I'm putting that like above, blending it into the aquamarine, but putting it above, higher in the crease. And you can use these eyeshadows with your finger. They apply beautifully that way. I know some people do that, but here I'm just showing you that you can use a brush. I've done both, use my finger and a brush. I prefer to use brushes, and you can use a brush with these eyeshadows. And there I am, just putting it all up above the crease and all up in the inner portion of the eye. And then back in with the original purple to make sure that this shimmery, glittery shade blends into that purple metallic shade. Really important to blend it, blend this purple right there, like I'm doing there, into that glittery shade, because you don't want there to be like a really hard delineated separation between those two shades, because then it'll look kind of odd. Now I'm taking NYX Blame It on Midnight, and that's my matte eyeshadow that you've seen me use a billion times. And that's serving as my underbrow highlight, and I'm also just softening the edges of that purple shade. And here I'm just taking a makeup wipe to clean up where I went out of bounds and clean up some of that glitter. But as you can see, there was very little fallout. Now I'm taking the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade Freak, and I'm placing that into the waterline. I thought to just use black. That would have been really pretty too, and would have helped it look more smoky, but you know me. Now I'm taking that same Blitz purple shade, and now I'm using it wet on the lower lash line, and I'm applying it with the Makeup Geek pencil brush, and I'm going to take that all the way across the lower lash line. I wanted to keep it kind of simple since I do have that like bright minty green in the waterline. And for the completed look, I used the Kiss Faux Mink lashes in the style Bustier, and the Rimmel Precision eyeliner. Just disregard the wing. It was horrendous. What do I think of this palette? Of course, I think it's gorgeous. But of course, I've been wanting, and I know a lot of people have been wanting, a palette of just the Pat McGrath special shades. And this is not a full palette, it's a quad, but I'm so happy that she did this, that she did do a quad or a palette just of the special shades. Because really, I mean, you're buying Pat McGrath eyeshadows for all of the eyeshadows, because all of the shadows are high quality, they're pigmented, they blend beautifully, they apply smoothly and beautifully. But you know, you're spending that extra, of course, for the name and for the packaging, but for those special shades that are not being made by any other brand. So it's really nice that now she has released quads with just those shades. I've been wanting them. I know other people have been wanting them. And now that they're here, you know, the $65 price, I wasn't happy about, but you know, it's Pat McGrath. What do you expect? I'm happy to have them in my collection. I'm looking forward to receiving my Ritualistic Rose palette. And of course, you will see a tutorial and swatches of that palette once I receive it. Let me know, are you interested in any of these palettes or of anything in her 2019 holiday collection? Did you pick up any of these palettes? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful in any way, then please give it a like and consider subscribing, because I do swatches, tutorials, hauls, and reviews here on my channel every week. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.